Today's Democrat Party is all about California environmentalist billionaires. I love that Gavin Newsom was wearing his fleece, obviously in cool air conditioning, saying, let them eat cake, let them sweat, you don't get air conditioning. It's like John Kerry, who flies his private jet all over the planet lecturing people that you poor gritty working class with dirt under your fingernails, you need to go without an automobile. Today's Republican Party is the party of truck drivers and steel workers and waiters and waitresses and cops and firefighters, and I think that's the most significant political shift we've seen in decades.
So first of all, credit to Ted Cruz for mentioning waiters and waitresses without smearing them as slackers or potheads or something. So nice staying on message there. But I love the idea that Gavin Newsom, who we have many issues with, what he is doing is staying in comfort while other people face the ravages of the climate. Now, Ted Cruz, of course, would never do anything. Yeah, I'm old enough to remember when back in February of 2021, the Texas energy grid failed during a deadly winter storm. And as people were afraid of literally freezing to death in their homes, Ted Cruz hopped on a plane and flew to sunny Cancun. Now, he quickly returned because of the backlash he faced, and you get to see him like so sad sack having to return in these little photographs after he had been mocked online. Look, Gavin Newsom, I have a ton of issues with. Gavin Newsom does sometimes do basically what Ted Cruz is identifying back during the the early stages of COVID and all that. What I would say is, if you're worried about working class people suffering from things that Gavin Newsom can avoid, why don't you do some work in your own state? I don't know, to maybe weatherize the energy grid, make it so that Houston won't be devastated by another summer, so that the energy grid won't fail during the next winter. People die every single year in Texas because the government has deregulated it so that the energy companies can make more money. Ted Cruz is using this as like an applause line with Jesse Waters. He's not actually doing anything to protect the people of Texas.
Yep. I mean, and look at Tate Reeves, another hypocrite governor over in Mississippi, where Jackson is still without potable water and it's been defunded for so long. You know, these are people, oh, the Democrats want to defund the police. You've been defunding cities where working people, and especially people of color, have been trying to eke out a living for decades. And so absolutely, Ted Cruz doesn't care about the people who can't afford their energy bills in Texas. He's not pro-life. He doesn't care about the mothers who are trying to actually raise a family with skyrocketing energy costs, right? In what, like, I don't know, random cold spells. No. Everyone has to be obsessed with California. And guess what? Yeah, it's hot as hell in California. We've got wildfires. We've got water shortages. But when the state sent out an alert that said, hey, everyone, between the hours of 4 and 9, can you please reduce the amount of AC that you're using? If you've got central AC, if you're in a place that isn't as hot, like turn it off or turn it up, you could see the line. We all pitched in.
Yeah.
And we avoided, watch my lights go out right now. Damn you. But you know what I mean? Like, first the queen, now my power. But like we were actually able to avoid that energy emergency. So
exactly.
Look what working together just a little bit did instead of fleeing to Cancun.
Exactly. Yeah, and look, they're always going to be the rocks on the track attempting to derail the train of progress. He'll say, look, and now the working class has to go without a car. First of all, nobody wants them to go without a car. I mean, if they're in an urban area, then there should be public transit so that they don't feel obligated to have one. No, we want them to have cars, but we want them to have cars that are affordable, that will not destroy the planet. That's what we would like, and we're trying to make that happen. Literally, what is Ted Cruz doing to protect the working class of Texas from the climate apocalypse? What is he doing to make it so that they won't suffer more next year than this, and more the year after that, and more the year after that? Literally nothing. He is getting wealthy by trying to stop progress for as long as possible so that oil companies, power companies can make as much as possible. That's all it is. And it's harder and harder for the right to succeed in this message, thankfully.